Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, friend.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! It's wintertime, you can tell because of the toque I'm wearing.
Toque
Got my
up.
toque on. It's a little chilly. And just for our friends in Australia, let's take a look at the nice, cool evening out there.
Yes.
Look at that.
We
Woo!
do like 10 days of dry weather, which is unusual for this time of year, but
It is unusual.
the
Very. I'm liking what I'm seeing there, Nate.
yeah,
You've
little
got a nice
Thanksgiving
holiday.
meal.
And Drone Dave came to visit. I see him in the back there.
Serving the turkey.
At the
You
head
can
of the
see a
table.
little let's see a little steam coming up off of the
Oh, yeah, it's
food
fresh.
there.
I see leaves falling and the fire's
Yeah.
going. It's very, and you've got a nice bokeh going as well.
Yes, that I did 2 minutes before we went live.
Good
Which is
job.
always helpful.
I notice, in addition to my toque, you also have a hat.
Oh, yes. Now
MAGA
get ready
red.
for this one, Dave.
It's MAGA red. What's it going to be?
I hope you're good at reading, because this one,
Oh, my word.
I got to take it off to look at it. The PF&S Railway Supply Inc., 560 Ione Road, Pasco, Washington, 99301, one of the largest selections of HO and N model trains in America, 509-266-4384, Leroy and Sharon Prantle, 1979 to 1989, 10th anniversary hat.
What in the heck?
I think
Why
this
so much text?
This easily qualifies as my most text on one hat. And
That is crazy.
yeah.
I can't even get behind that.
No, I found this. I went out in the garage and one of my boxes of hats, and I was like, yeah, let's put it on.
And before we move on, I wanted to give people a taste of I'm working on my shelving system back here, my grid, my hexagonal
Yes.
grid
Oh,
system.
yeah.
And I've got a friend gave me a big D that I have
Yes.
hanging back there. Man, backwards camera. Right there. Oh, and look, the real Dr. RAPVHS is joining us in
Oh,
chat
yes.
as opposed to the false one.
Yes. Producer Todd is here, and he says Nate's hats are just sponsored blog posts at this point.
That's true.
Busted. This show brought to you by Leroy and Sharon Peony. What was it? Prantle.
You should put an ad read on every hat. You have the technology now with your little press thing.
I do. I can, yes, if you would like to sponsor the show by giving me an idea for a trucker hat, let me know. I'll make it, wear it on the show, and
that's actually a
Bob's
good idea.
your uncle.
There won't be any money exchange. It's just you get a free hat.
No. Well, they can pay me.
Well, what do I get out of this deal? I don't want a hat.
My smile.
Oh, worth it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm still on me. Why? Sheesh.
Typical.
You gotta remind me if the camera's just frozen on me that's not good.
Yes. Well, before we get into our main topic of the week, I wanted to remind people Black Friday is still here, since it seems to have been going since November 1st, but we are just days away from the actual Black Friday. And I've been kind of keeping an eye on the deals. I'm going to try to get some of the good ones up on NotPicks, but I was looking at one today, and the AirPods Pro 2 with USB-C.
Yeah.
These ones that I've been using, the best or the top of the line AirPods from Apple are, I believe, $154 on Amazon and other places. $154 on sale. And the funny thing was, that deal is better than the Black Friday deals on the AirPods 4.
Oh, wow.
The non-Pro models, because they're a little bit newer. But if you're looking for AirPods Pro, now would be the time to buy them. That's like $100 off Apple's published price. And I was thinking about it the other day, and when these ones die, because as we know, I use my AirPods a lot, and I've burned through a lot of pairs of AirPods. I I was curious, and it would depend on price, but I don't know that I need the pros. You
Yeah,
can get the 4s with the noise canceling, which is nice at times. The non-pro AirPod 4, they don't have the foam tips, which I don't really have a preference on. I always like the old school AirPods, but yeah, 153.99 for the AirPods Pro 2 with USB-C.
that is a great price, and I've kind of been waiting to get them. What happens to mine is I say I'm never going to sleep with my things because it kills them after a while, and
Yeah,
then years go by, and I'll sleep with the one that's facing up,
yeah.
and then I'll fall asleep with both of them, one of them facing down, and then what happens eventually is the microphone stops working on one or
Oh,
both of them. I don't know why,
interesting.
but like my right microphone doesn't work because when I'm on phone calls, I apparently sound like this to people.
Oh, geez.
But the left one seems to work okay.
Huh,
So it's, you know,
that's
so you
weird.
need two pairs. You need one pair to sleep in and the other pair to.
Your sleeping AirPods. There are some, I get ads for some, they're basically designed for sleeping Bluetooth, not AirPods, but some other brand, and they're like
Yeah.
flat. There's no stems, so they're kind of designed for sleeping. Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
should look into getting a pair of those because, yes, well, the fun part, pro tip, if you like a good scavenger hunt, wear your AirPods to bed, and then in the morning you get to search around and try to find them, and it is fun.
Yes, they always tend to be in this one of like three spots. So the
Yes.
adventure has gone away from me.
Oh man, you've got it figured out. But yeah, Black Friday, there's all kinds of stuff on sale. Some of it is a good deal, some of it isn't. It seems like the Apple stuff, that's where you can usually get some good deals. Other types of products like our Blue Eddy, the big old power bricks, like for camping, that everybody makes one now. The prices are so all over the place, and those things are always on sale. Oh, hey, Grandma has entered the chat. I've
Oh,
got one in
hey.
my purse, one in my desk. I spend less time looking for them that way. Sleeping in them scares me. Yes, the purse pods.
There are stories of people who have swallowed an AirPod while they're sleeping, but I just don't see how that's possible.
No, that seems awfully difficult. But yeah, if you guys hear of any good Black Friday deals, or if you're looking for a specific product, let us know in the comments or on social media. And there's a good chance we probably looked at something similar if it has to do with technology.
Yeah.
Uh, But if you need any Amazon products, which I don't really recommend doing many of them, Amazon will have those on sale. But yeah, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So yeah, it'll be going an entire another week and probably all the way through. It's just going to be year round, different deals and everything these days. But oh, one other thing I will tell you to look for Black Friday sales is your streaming TV services like
Yeah.
Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Peacock,
Hulu, all that stuff.
Max, Hulu, all that stuff. You can sometimes find some good deals.
Yeah, right now Peacock is $1.99 a month with
Yes.
ad supported, and Hulu plus Disney is $3.99 a month, ad supported on both services. But they're not offering any discounts on the non-ad supported options, which is really sad.
Yes.
And I was listening to a news story earlier that all the streaming services have discovered that they make way more money off the ad supported tier than they do the fully paid tier. So you're
Mm,
going to continue to see the fully paid tier with no ads prices go up, and they're going to do deals like this to get people on the ad supported stuff, which is
yeah.
sad.
And it is. Hey, Grandma says, are the Pro Buds way better than the others? Interested in giving a pair to my daughter. I don't know that they are, and I am looking on Amazon. So the AirPods Pro are 154, like we said. The AirPods, no, that's the same thing. The
An AirPod
AirPods
4
4 without the noise canceling are 119. And
and
then
what
I
about
was gonna
with
go,
noise canceling? The 4 with noise.
I think they're I'm not seeing those. The Amazon page is all over the place. You can get the Apple AirPods too, so the old school style ones like these for $70. And
Wow.
I
Those are
still
the
love
sleep kind right
these.
there.
I still love those style of AirPods. So I don't know that the pros are worth it if you can get, if you need noise canceling, the fourth generation regular AirPods with it's confusing
Yeah.
with noise canceling. And if you don't need noise canceling, just the AirPods 4 or the AirPods second generation non pro.
And
Easy.
we don't
Just
talk.
remember that.
Yeah, just remember that. And we don't talk about the third generation because I think they were close enough to the four that they just phased out. The style
Yeah.
was the
And
same.
I think they're still available, but the third generation, I had a pair of those and I just never really liked
That's
them.
what Val has.
I don't think
Here's the
they're the
thing:
best.
everybody should just buy a new pair every year. That's what
Yeah.
Apple wants. Just
Yes.
one and
Yeah.
done
So
every
the
year.
non-pro twos for $70 on Amazon.
Okay.
That's why I really like those as pricing. And they like the tap feature. I like that as opposed to the squeeze. But then I would say probably look at the fourth generation AirPods, unless you're really traveling a lot and really need the super noise canceling.
Yeah.
But
So the main difference between the four with noise canceling and the Pro 2s is that the Pro 2s have the silicone uh,
yes, the
ear
seal.
tip seal, which does make it a little more uh, no. The noise isolation is a bit better, and looks
Yeah.
like you have a custom tip there.
Yeah, I bought some other tips, some black ones on Amazon. I think they were previous pick of the week, but like $10 because the Apple ones just weren't quite sitting in my ear right. So, yeah, but the ones without the tips always fit really well in my ears. So it
Mm-hmm.
depends on your need
Yep,
and your ears.
it does. Buy them
Yes.
all and try them all.
Yeah, there you go. Buy one of each. Well, that's enough Black Friday talk. The main topic this week, I did want to mention ChatGPT is turning 2 this week,
Whoa.
November 30th. Can you believe it's kind of one of those things where it's like it's already been 2 years and it feels like it's been around forever.
Yeah.
But oh, how far generative AI has come in the last 2 years since ChatGPT kind of came out of nowhere for most people. For the average person, I put a link in the show notes to an article from Tech Radar, and with 5 ways you've already changed the world, ChatGPT. Homework Houdini, Chef GPT for Coding Buddy for helping with coding, Imagination for the image generation. Like you could look at our show thumbnail this week. I used
Mm-hmm.
Dolly 3 via ChatGPT. And then the last one they give is Serrano AI. ChatGPT changed how people talk to each other. Oh, and I need to go watch this. South Park. South Park wrote an entire episode aided by ChatGPT about kids using the AI chatbot to do things to respond to romantic partners. I am about 12 years behind on South
Wow.
Park episodes, I think.
I never really watched that many of them,
No, either
so
did I.
I am kind of all behind. I don't really
Yes.
know of any.
But yeah, I was reading today that I think about 40% of Americans have used ChatGPT. So still less than half, according to what I was reading. And it was like Chelsea, my wife, was saying something about, oh, yeah, I've got this lesson thing that I'm supposed to do with Isla and these other girls, but it's really complex. And her friend was like, just throw it in ChatGPT and have it simplify it for you. And she's like, I've never used it before. So
Hmm. Is
they're
that going to be the new go-to for everything? Kind of like the Apple commercial with the Apple Intelligence, where there's this known slacker in the office, and he writes a kind of very loose, kind of surfer type
oh
reply to the
yes,
boss,
yes.
and then the AI corrects it and makes it good, and the boss gets it and he reads it, and he's like, "Did who did he write that?"
Yeah, yeah. I saw a cartoon the other day, and it was two different images. In the first box, there was somebody sitting in their office, and it's like, ChatGPT, take this one sentence and expand it into a full formal email. And then the second box was somebody in the other office receiving the email going, take this long email and summarize it into one sentence. It's like, exactly.
That is
Uh,
actually pretty funny.
yes, but there are, they haven't taken over the world yet, but they are. There's a lot of useful ways to use it. I just use it 90% of the time for creating fun images, but
I keep forgetting about it.
yeah, that is one thing. I don't do a ton of writing, but I have tried for some of my clients. Like I have a client that's orthodontist, and I was like, I wonder what kind of blog article it write. So it's like 5 reasons why you should start orthodontia early, and it came up with a thing. And from my knowledge, it looked pretty good for kind of a blog post thing. But then you get into the ethics of just having AI do everything for you, and
Well, it's going to be just like anything where it's going to just be self-referential, just like that joke you
yes,
saw, where it's just going to be so prevalent. We'll probably just switch to something else. I don't know.
yeah,
Picking up
yeah.
the phone and calling people. I sure the heck hope not.
Ooh, I hope not. I hope not. But it reminds me of my saying that I came up with probably about 1 year, 11 months ago. Yes, everybody's talking about AI, but people really want the other AI, authentic interactions.
Oh my.
Trademark.
That's like Apple Intelligence,
Yes, yes,
authentic interactions.
yes. But
Absolutely, absolute intimacy.
yes, that's what they want. But one of the downsides that we've kind of mentioned here and there of the whole AI boom is just the AI energy crisis. And there are people working on trying to create hardware that consumes less power, will reduce the appetite for energy, but transparency about its carbon footprint is still needed. So,
Hmm.
yeah, for like the last 20 years, every company has been like, we're going to use so much less electricity. And then
They
AI
never
came
do.
around and it's like, we're going to use all the electricity and we're going to need a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're discussing this, I'm trying desperately to log into ChatGPT because
Mm.
I think I have an account. Maybe I don't. Oh
You
well.
should use a password manager.
Well, I have one. I just
Yes.
you want me to open it up here live on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. Let's look through it. But yes, and they're in this article from nature.com. It actually mentions our home state of Oregon. Says the energy required to train and operate these models could spell trouble for both the environment and progress in machine learning. To lower the power consumption is key. Otherwise, we'll see development stop, says Hetchen Wang, a research scientist at Intel Labs in Hillsboro, Oregon.
Wow.
Roy Schwartz, a computer scientist at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, Israel, says he doesn't want AI to become a rich man's tool. Yeah, so they're trying to figure out how to balance. And as things get more efficient, like with Apple Intelligence, more and more stuff's going to be done on device. So it won't all be done at these massive server farms. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's
That's kind
kind
of
of the
cool.
other side of it that has come up over the last 2 years. And then I did want to mention, I mentioned him briefly, but I actually remembered to put it in the show notes. There's a website called FutureTools.io that is run by Matt Wolfe. And he does an AI news YouTube channel that's really good. I mean, he tries out everything and discusses it and shows examples, all that covers all the news. But he has this website at futuretools.io where he has all of the tools that are there. And I thought I saw a number.
So they're
Oh,
just
yeah.
categorized up here, and I
Yes.
can click.
3,037 total tools that he
That
has
is
indexed on his website.
insane.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
to one randomly. Speech to note. It's free. It's speech to text. So if
Yeah.
you had a note or a text thing and you wanted to convert it to speech or the other way around, I guess there you go.
Yeah. Windsurf editor. I mean, there are so many of
Interesting.
these tools out there, and I need to spend. I listen to or watch his video most weeks, but even that, he's just going through them and all the new stuff that's out. It's just wild. But if you have specific needs,
Mm-hmm.
this is a great way to go look and see what those different tools are. Um, and I should probably try some different image well, I have tried some, but with ChatGPT, I no longer pay for the pro account, so I think I can do about 3 images a day is the limit, and
Hmm.
so I have to get really good at getting the show art within 3 tries, but
Really?
I have gotten better at that. But yeah, Matt Wolfe, AI News, FutureTools.io if you're looking to expand your AI knowledge.
Very cool.
Yes, and if you're looking to expand other knowledge, you'll probably want to listen to Dave's Pro Tip of the Week.
Yes, and it's going to be as jank as usual with my setup. The
Woohoo!
phone I was trying to use wouldn't charge, so we're going to be doing a uh, a look at my regular phone, and I set up a desk cam.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
And real quick, producer Todd back on the AI stuff said, I like how we're trying to fix the energy crisis caused by something nobody even wants.
yeah, totally. Well, thank you for that interruption, Todd.
Yes, yes. Sorry
We'll
about
get
that.
back to the Dave's pro tip of the week. So, what we've got here is something that I used the other day because we have a family chat with my 2 kids and my wife and my girlfriend, and then kidding, my wife's boyfriend, and then we're going through, and one of the children put something in Spanish. And I'm
Oh.
like, I don't know what that means. And I was like, oh, there's a translate app. I could copy it in there. And so I just tried something. I tried just tapping on the message that was in
Mm.
Spanish, and it popped up a little menu. And in that menu was a translate option. And
Oh.
I texted ourselves to our show links chat because I
Oh,
didn't want to
yes.
do any type of stuff. And I spelled it wrong on purpose. One, because I don't know how to spell it. And two, to show how good this is. So let me jankily switch to my other camera here real quick. Let me go full screen here, and then jank. There we go. All right. So here is no habla English. It's not spelled right, but
No.
let's say if it were, you tap and hold on the message, it brings up a menu, and then you simply click translate, and it says no habla anglas, English, US. He doesn't speak English. And look, you can even play it
He doesn't speak English.
if you really wanted to.
Nice.
So right there in line with your text message, if somebody throws down some French or German or Spanish or whatever, you can just tap, hold, choose translate, read what it says. So I thought that was pretty
Very
cool.
nice.
It's so convenient for it to be right there.
Yes, yes, that is helpful. I know that on my PDX fast foodie video, the Costco hot dog pizza, there was a couple comments since it now has 3.7 million with an M
Wow.
views. It has passed 3.7. There's been a couple comments that have come through, and there's one in Italian in an Instagram. You can do something very similar. And it was like very nice stash or great work or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I responded, retranslated, and I said grazie back to him, and he,
Muy mustachio.
yes, muy mustachio. It might have been something like that. But yeah, no, the translate stuff, that is a very, very helpful tool. I know that there are many languages in the world, and being able
Besides
to,
English.
yeah, there other languages besides English. Everyone should speak English, but not everyone does.
Everyone should, I suppose. I don't know.
Yes, and my egocentric United States English speaking preference. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's a great tip. And hopefully you're not texting too often with people in languages that you don't know, but every once in a while
Well,
it could come in handy.
think of it this way: you could be in another country and you need to text the hotel
Yeah.
something, and some guys
Yeah.
like foreign language replied, and like, what is this? So anyway, there is translation tools
Yes.
also on any of the operating systems
Yes.
phones, but I
Yes.
just thought it was handy
No,
because I
that
didn't know
is
what he said.
yes.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah. In the copying and pasting into Google Translate, which I've done many times, and that stuff. So to have it built in is
yeah,
very nice.
yeah.
Well, that brings us to everyone's favorite segment, just the headlines. Oh, and
My
the
wife,
driveway cam.
my wife left me. She went to the store.
Oh,
She
how dare
actually, if for those of you who are spiritual, please pray for her. She's going to Costco right now.
Oh, I
The
went this
day
morning.
on 2 days before Thanksgiving. It's probably going to
Yes.
be a nightmare. And
Yes.
hey, Grandma says, I use the translation feature to text my cleaning lady. So
Oh,
grateful for
perfect.
it. Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
So yeah, there's that feature in the text, and there's also the translation app on iPhones or Google Translate on Android phones. So
Yes.
you can do a lot with these tools.
Very nice. Well, let us get to just the headlines.
Earth's mini moon may have been a chunk of our actual moon.
Billie Eilish again named Apple Music's Artist of the Year.
Wiz acquires Daz for $450 million to expand its cybersecurity platform. Thank you.
Minecraft enters real world with 110 million with an M dollar global theme park deal.
Starbucks forced to pay its baristas manually, gross, because of a ransomware attack on third party software. And I discovered that from my daughter.
AI powered robot leads uprising, talks a dozen showroom bots into quitting their jobs in terrifying security footage. And those are just the headlines.
I don't think I usually play it at the end, but
Yeah,
I
yes,
thought maybe
you
I
do.
should.
You always do every single time.
Oh, do I?
Yes, when I do the shorts. So good thinking there.
I thought you were adding it in post.
No, that's all. That is all you.
All right. Well, man, I think it's time for a nap or a vacation.
Yes. Not from Not Nerd. No vacations here. Let us move on to our takes of the week. And I was going to put this one just the headlines, but I thought we'd just talk about it a little bit. Shazam tops 100 billion with a B song recognition milestone.
That's a lot.
100 billion songs that Shazam will recognize. Now, the part I wanted to talk about is people might forget that Apple acquired Shazam in 2018. So it is
Yeah.
actually part of at least iOS now. And I have used it a couple times. I've got it in my control center, and I can just swipe down, press a little Shazam button, and it'll start listening and tell me what song it is. So
I usually just ask the lady to tell me what the song is.
yes, that's another way.
Hey, dummy, what song is this? And she's
Perfect.
like, you hurt my feelings. I'm going to do an uprising at a factory and convince bots to run amok. Referencing one of our Just the Headline stories.
Yes. I like it. Yeah, so Shazam, don't forget to use it if there are songs. Every once in a while, when I'm DJing at the bar, my favorite thing is if I'm playing a song and I see somebody take out their phone to Shazam it so they can remember it later. Every once in a while, I'll catch somebody doing that, and it's a It's a nice thing going, this is probably a good song if
Yeah.
people want to Shazam it.
In this article, it says the most identified song is Dance
Oh,
Monkey by Tones and I, which has been recognized by Shazam more than 45 million times. Now, if you've ever heard Dance Monkey, why would you need Shazam to tell you the name of the song? It says Dance Monkey like 50,000 times in the
yes.
song.
It is a very fun song,
I
so I
like the
could
song.
see, yes. Maybe people just don't realize that it would actually be called Dance Monkey
Yeah.
when it says Dance Monkey. But yeah, that's wild. And it is available. You can still get the standalone app in both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, on top of being built into iOS.
Yeah.
So very nice. And there is on your Apple Watch. I didn't even know if I knew that. With WatchOS
Yeah.
11, there's a music recognition shortcut to the Smart Stack, which I rarely use.
Yeah. I think I knew it was there. I think I've actually used it many moons ago,
Nice.
but it's not something that's not where I go to identify. It's usually my
No,
little rectangle.
the rectangle, or the bigger rectangle than
Yeah.
your little rectangle.
There was
Very nice.
some action on the
Oh, driveway
driveway
cam. Oh,
cam.
the big truck's home.
Got the big truck, and doesn't look like they have to do the shuffle because the white car is already on the street versus in the
Yes.
driveway, and they move the car to the driveway or the pickup. Although, you know what? They may move the white car into the driveway and put the pickup in the spot. I
Oh,
don't see how it matters. It matters for
yes.
me sometimes because I have to charge the car and I have to park in the
Yes.
driveway. But anyway, man,
Yeah.
such fun watching people park.
Have you ever told your neighbors that their white truck is semi-famous from the show?
No, I have not, and I try not to speak ill of people on the podcast just in case they listen to it.
Yes.
So
Yes,
you do
indeed.
you on your parking.
Yes. Well, our next take was a very interesting one. I found it surprising, which is why I want to bring it up. Pew Research says X is an extremely balanced platform. And this is actually a little video clip that was CNN used, showing that in 2022, before Elon Musk purchased X/Twitter, it was 65, or so the survey was party ID among those who regularly use X/Twitter for news. In 2022, Democrat was 65%, Republican 31%. In 2024, this poll found that 48% recognized as Democrat and 47% as Republican. So you can't get much more even than that, especially with margin of error that you would find in any poll.
Now, Nate, we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet.
Yes.
But this is the article that I wanted to bring up at least some thoughts on
Yeah.
that I think people should know. One is the Pew Research Center is a pretty conservative research thing.
Yeah.
And so if there was, if, for example, if someone were to say, oh, Twitter/X is no good anymore, and if it was a voice for conservative people, then they might write an article that's favorable towards that because it aligns with their philosophy that maybe it's a good resource because it's a conservative resource.
Yes.
And I would also say that anecdotally, I think that in 2022, it was a more liberal voiced outlet. And then when due to Elon Musk and purchasing it and all those things, that many of the liberal voices left the platform, but they didn't close down their accounts.
Yes.
And likewise, many conservative people probably joined because of that. So I guess on one hand, it probably is more balanced, but I think it's a little more nuanced than just the numbers,
Yes.
I would say.
Yes, and I will say too that depending on when they did that poll, one of the stories that I think we briefly touched on, Blue Sky, which tends to be a very, well, not very, tends to be left leaning, has seen a lot of growth since the election, with people saying that they're leaving
Fleeing.
X,
Yeah.
fleeing X to go to Blue Sky, and Threads, and what are the other,
Mastodon.
Mastodon?
I've kind of
Um,
I've kind of for now settled on Blue Sky. Kind of decided that's the place because I was all in on Mastodon, and then it's just so fragmented.
oh,
I mean, there's two servers that I have accounts on, and I'm like, do I post on both? Do I post on one? And does it really matter? And then Threads is Facebook. I don't like Facebook, and I'm just like, eh. And plus, it's not even Facebook. It's Instagram, which is
yes.
like the redheaded stepchild of Facebook, if you ask me. So anyway, I was just kind of like, Blue Sky, let's try this out. And the real Dr. RAPVHS says
Oh, yes.
the X thing is about the users, not the content, which is interesting. And so that's
Yeah.
another nuance is what is the
People who
content?
use it for news
Yeah.
in the content would be a interesting thing. But I did think it was interesting that even Pew Research, which tends to be right leaning, they were talking about this on CNN, which tends to be left leaning. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's all this crossover and
Yeah. I mean, the numbers
lying
don't
with
lie.
statistics.
The numbers don't lie. I mean, facts, we need good data and good facts. I just think
Yeah.
it might be a little more nuanced
Oh,
versus
totally.
claiming, oh, it's
It's
very
perfectly
even.
yes.
I think if you do look at the content, it's probably not 50-50 like it
Yes.
suggests. But
And
who knows?
one more quick note, I will mention that I have seen several of the people that you would consider on the left saying they're leaving for Blue Sky, and then I see them keep
I know.
posting on X. They don't last very long
This
going
is
away.
this is what happened when Elon first purchased it. Is all these people were like, I'm going to leave it, and then I listen to all these podcasts. They're like, so how is it on Mastodon or whatever? And they're like, well, I'm still on
Yeah,
X. I just don't use it as much. It's like, I thought you were leaving. If you're going to leave, leave. Don't,
leave.
you know.
Yes,
I
yes,
still have an
it's
account there. I don't. I use it to look up articles like this when you post them, and I'll cruise through it sometimes. But
yeah,
you know,
yeah. And I
whatever.
think I saw today that Blue Sky has somewhere around 20 million users, like active users, and X has it's
It's a
getting close
bunch.
to 600 million.
Yeah, it's more.
So you just have there's such a bigger audience and so many more users that you and I do see, left, right, middle, non-political, everything on X, and I spend a lot of time there scrolling through because I feel like I do just see such a wide range
It depends on who you
of
follow,
information.
really. Yeah.
Yeah, in the algorithm and the for you, and because I see a lot of stuff that people I don't follow, and then there's people that I see their stuff all the time, and then it'll be like people you should follow, and it's that person. I go, I thought I was already following them because I already see their stuff. So
Yeah, because people
it's
repeat it or whatever.
interesting.
And I should say the reason I've kind of settled into Blue Sky right now is because I'm trying to be more socially active. I've talked to you about that
Yeah.
because I've kind of just not done anything for several years. And since a lot of people are coming there now, I thought, oh, this is an opportunity to build a follower base because it's kind of more new
Oh yeah.
and more
Yeah.
people are coming. And so it's like, if I post here, maybe more people will follow me. So anyway,
Nice.
that was kind of the reason.
Yeah. Yes. Well, this next one was going to be just the headlines too, but I didn't want to keep it to just that. You found this one. Two hiking with 150 pounds of new gear and 5 gallons of water rescued on 14,505-foot peak. And the now it doesn't sound like they were at the peak. They were only like a mile into the hike, and then they had to camp. But a pretty interesting article from the Denver Gazette, and they're talking about how if you're going on this type of a long hike, it was Mount Whitney,
Mm-hmm.
and they were reportedly exhausted on the peak, so maybe they did make it after leaving for their summit-bound hike at about 6 p.m. the prior day. The total round trip would be 21.2 miles. They made it about 2.7 miles from the trailhead and decided to make camp. And then they woke up and it was snowing. Their boots were full of snow, but they did use the iPhone SOS feature
Yeah, that's why
to
I
get
included this
rescued.
article.
Yeah, but there was about 192 pounds of gear behind them, and you're supposed to, it says, hike with about 20% of your body weight. So they would need to have a combined weight of 958.5 pounds to have that much gear with them. But
People were joking, were they carrying like cast iron skillets with them and
probably,
stuff
yeah.
like this? But this was one of the things that many people discussed when the SOS feature on your phone. This is where if you're in the middle of nowhere, you have no cell signal, you can still send a text message or even to like a rescue operation if you're in danger. This isn't real. I mean, I'm glad they used it and that they're safe, but it's not meant to replace people's irresponsibility. Like, be
Yeah.
responsible and don't go, well, if we get in trouble, we're just going to call the SOS satellite thing. It's like, I bet the response systems around the country are just like, I wish they would have
Yes.
never made this thing. Because how many calls do you think they get from just goobers who are
Carrying
just
200 pounds of gear on
yeah,
a,
or
can you imagine?
my Uber didn't show up and so I'm
Yes.
calling rescue. And it's like, you're in a suburb. I mean, come
Yes.
on.
Yes, indeed. But it did remind me another reason I wanted to talk about. I also include the link for the great Portlandia sketch of Get the Gear.
Okay.
The great show that
So nice out.
and we
It's a great
probably
day.
want to cut the audio so
What?
we don't get YouTubed, but if
Yeah.
you skip ahead, they're like, oh, it's nice out, we want to go for a hike, and then it's like, okay, we better get our new hiking gear, and then you need the rain gear, and then you need the thing, and they just keep
He's got
gearing
these
up.
water bottles he's trying to
Oh,
hook on his thing.
it's just priceless. And then they're ordering $600 GPS. So I imagine the people in this news story watched this video and said, that's what we need to go on a hike. And then at the very end, spoiler alert, it shows them on their segways going down the street. And she goes, how long till sundown? Goes, oh, I think we got about 15 minutes.
They better get back home.
Yes.
Oh, that's
but
hilarious. And it
classic.
reminds me of, some people maybe in this picture who own these big trucks. And there's one down the road. It's so big. It's like a truck and a half long.
Yeah.
And then it's jacked up about, let's just say a toddler could easily walk under it. Easily. Yeah. And it's here in town and it's mainly parked on the side over there. It gets used, it drives around town. But I'm thinking, has that truck ever seen dirt? Has it ever been on a dirt road?
Yeah.
I just have to wonder what the point of such a large vehicle is if it's not it. My criticism is I feel like things should be used for the purpose they were created, I suppose.
Yes.
But, I'm not going to judge people if they want to buy it. Well, let's put it this way. I'm not going
You are going to judge people.
I'm not going to stop people from doing what they want. I mean, people would look at my car and go, why did you buy this electric car that only goes 80 miles? And be like, well, because I work 7 miles from home. So I will judge people, but I'm not going to stop people from driving what they want to drive.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Well, our next one, Dave, this one's just for you and only you. Teach Mode, Rabbit's tool for automating R1 tasks, is now available to all users.
And before we show a picture of this, Dr. RIP says the size of someone's truck is inversely proportional to what it's actually used for.
Yeah, yes.
I would agree with that statement. All right, so here we are, the article. Yeah. And why was this one for me?
Because you've got the Rabbit R1, and this is the new feature that everybody, apparently all 10 people that still have a Rabbit R1.
Well, the reason I ask so exasperatedly is because I clicked on the wrong article. Oh. I'm like, what's China got to do with me? But yes, the R1. I have not I was telling Tyler this the other day. Every time, let's see what happens. Real time follow up here. Every time I open this thing up, it's in my little case. Let's get it out. If
Oh,
it's
yeah.
charged, because it dies all the time because it's connected to the web all the time. Oh, it's dead. So every time I get it out, it's either dead because, and you might say, well, why don't you turn it off, dummy? Because the other 50% of the time, there's an update. And so I plug it in, I charge it up to use it, and then there's an update. And so I put it back in its box and I let it do its update. And then I go to try it again and it's out of battery. And then I charge it up and then I go to the box and then there's another update. So anyway, this article,
Yeah.
Teach mode, Rabbit's tool for automating R1 task is now available. I played around with some of this stuff, but I have not got the interface to do any of these cool things. I guess there's a video that's going to explain this. But I did have this web, you go to their website, and I played around with it a little bit, but you can go to like, I don't know, go to Amazon.com, click on your accounts page, go down to the drop down and click previous orders, and it would open that. So you could tell the Rabbit R1 to do a gesture like that, and it'll do it. You can say, go to Amazon and open up my accounts page, and it'll does all this code, and it'll show you a preview, and then you can save it and make it into a like a shortcut type thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So you will have to play around with that and report back, see if you can do something fun to make it a little more practical of a device.
Yeah. So this one, they did something with on the video. They're doing something with Spotify.
Oh, okay.
And they're creating a lesson or whatever, and they're telling, writing some description, and now I think they're gonna go through and do it, and it's gonna save it like a macro. So he clicked on a thing, and so it's gonna record that, click the span, additional explanation, So it's kind of like a programming type thing, but in a much more simple way. But it's not dissimilar to like what you can do in Microsoft Excel or Word when you make a macro. I've done those before. Let's say you're always sorting the same thing in Excel. You're like, I'm always sorting by address and then sorting by first name or something like that. And so you can go into your spreadsheet, set up a macro, and then when you hit a button, it does that sort for you. So this is very similar, but anyway, we'll see if it's charged up before the end of the show.
Yeah.
See if there's an update.
Nice. Well, our last one, we've got a little security and privacy story, and we have talked about this one, but the headline from Gizmodo: China wiretaps Americans in worst hack in our nation's history.
Well, okay, worst hack. I thought you said worst attack. I was like,
no.
What about Pearl Harbor? But yes, worst hack in nation's history.
So this was the one where they were able to get in through the cellular carriers and listen to phone calls and read text messages, and they targeted politicians and political figures, and and it was all because I believe the government told the cell carriers, hey, we need to be able to get this different information. And then China said, hey, if they can get that information, let's hack in and take it for ourselves.
There's no such thing as a secure back door.
No.
If you or a government entity can get in, so can the bad guys. Yes. Every single time.
Yep. And after that joyous story, let's get to our bonus odd take, another one from kotkey.org, with retro 80s versions of company logos.
Todd will like this one, I bet.
Yeah, just for Todd and for any of the rest of us, which were around in the 80s. And my website is loading very slowly over here, but you've got it up there on your screen.
Yeah, so Netflix, they've stylized this in the 80s, and they've got a nice blurry version like it's on VHS or something. Netflix, very cool. I mean, I could describe for our audio listeners, it's a square with a red stylized N and the word Netflix below. Google, oh man, that's fun. That's kind of like 70s looking type stuff. I love it. Spotify. I mean, that could be a current one.
Yeah. No, I
Instagram.
could. Well, retro is in. Any of these could be.
Yeah.
I
The only
would be
thing really
down with
retro
it.
about the Instagram is the font. It's that
Yeah.
big truck font or whatever. Those are cool. That's it? Aren't there more?
There's more, if you go to the link, Kostya, not going to say his last name.
Pentrenko or something? Okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
So his
Oh,
Instagram
wow.
account where he has
There. Those are nice. Look at
Walking
apples.
Dead.
That's sweet.
Uh,
Very nice.
Apple, which was around in the 80s for
Yeah.
the companies that were around then. Now
YouTube.
my internet decided to start working again on my computer. That's always good. Yeah, Kostya Petrenko.
And the Pepsi logo looks just like the Pepsi logo in the 80s. What are we doing
Yes.
here?
429,000 followers he has on Instagram on 499 posts.
No, these are good.
Graphic
The
designer.
color palette, the fonts,
Yes.
everything is very on point.
What a fun little
So
project.
many. Holy
Yes.
cow. This is a lot of work. And I want to go back because I saw another link. Come on. My keyboard went to sleep. Okay. So medieval versions of contemporary.
Oh, nice.
I don't
Oh,
hope-
we might have done that one way back in the day. I remember at least seeing those. We might have had those as a bonus odd take at some point, but
yeah, I
especially since it was posted on kotkey.org.
I don't like those as good as the 80s ones.
Yeah.
The 80s
The
ones
80s
were great.
was a sweet time. But you know what else is a sweet time?
What's that?
Our picks of the week.
I have no idea if that echo worked. Every week I push the
Every week
button.
It's a mystery.
Does it work or does it not work? So my pick of the week, you might go, it's probably not a product from SMALLRIG, to which I'd say, yes, it is. 90% of the products I feature on this show. Oh, hey, and before we get to my pick of the week, look what woke up.
Oh, and hey, Grandma said the.
Oh,
Echo
look
did
at this. A software update is
good.
required every single time. What is this?
Nice.
Microsoft? What's Hey Grandma say?
She said the Echo did work.
Oh, it did.
So,
I just can't
nice.
hear it on my side. It's too slow. Well, I know everybody's probably like, man, we just really want to know what link Dave's got up there. So,
Yes. Which small rig product is it this week?
all right, everyone. It is the SMALLRIG memory card case holder, anti-shock, anti-fall, and scratch, suitable for SD, micro SD, SIM cards for photography enthusiasts 2832B. Whoa, I could
yeah.
actually say that without running out of breath. What
Yeah,
this is, let's go back to me, is one of these guys, a little SD card
nice.
holder. There's the small ones for your TF cards, which are just the little ones that go
Yeah,
in
micro.
here. And so there's actually one in here. I haven't tried it. Let's see how it works. I'm assuming it works just like I'm going to try here. Or I'll break it, one of the two. Nope, it worked right in here. So you can have three biggies or three adapters or just big ones. And then down here you can have your little ones. And then
Nice.
there you go. And it comes with an aluminum outer case. So it's very robust.
Yeah.
And it's simple. You just, as I try to figure it out, it works both ways, but I like to have the logo on the front. And you just, I did it the wrong way. Just put it in here and you slide it.
Your SD cards
And there's a
are
little
sick.
ball with a spring that kind of locks it in place.
Nice.
And then you can press it to get it out. So there you go.
Very cool.
SMALLRIG. This
Any
guy
product
costs,
I do not have.
yeah, well, I have a different one somewhere. I don't know where. And it was cheap. It looks nice. It looks like a little tiny briefcase that's nice, or luggage. But it's like broken. It's all plastic, and I had to put tape on it. This, I mean, it's simple. It's a piece of metal
Yeah.
and then a plastic thing. I mean, if I break this, I'm really trying to break this. So anyway, very cool. And it was less than $10. So this might be a gift idea for those
Yeah.
photographer friends of yours.
Yes.
And I can get another one by tomorrow. What is this one here? Oh, what? They had an orange one? I totally missed out. I would
Oh,
have rather had the orange one. Well,
yes.
looks like I might be adding that to the cart. So,
It's 792. You can't go wrong. And it's 4.6 stars on 1,760 ratings.
yeah, there's the orange one. I thought I had that up. Yeah, so I mean, it's very simple. There's their little
Yeah.
ball clip thing. So, the reason the orange might be good because in low light environments where I am often, and I like orange,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
going to be easier to see it if it falls in my bag or
That
something
would
like
be
that.
very helpful. Now, quick question before I get to my pick. Is there any reason to buy full size SD cards instead of the micro SD with the adapter? Is there any advantage on the bigger ones?
To, to my knowledge, there is no advantage. The speed at which the information travels, if you get a
Good
class
ones.
C10
Yeah.
or whatever they are, is going to be the same speed whether it's big or a small one in an adapter. Now, you
Okay.
might say, why don't you just buy small ones? Well, my camera, for example, needs the big size, but all of mine are typically the small ones with adapters. Now, what I think I'm going to start doing is try to buy just the mini ones without adapters because I have 3,000
Oh, yeah.
adapters.
Yep.
And if I can save a 50 cents or something and not getting a dumb adapter in there, that
Yep.
would be good. But yeah, there's no difference as far
Okay.
as I'm
And
aware.
there might have been at some point with price difference, but now that they're all so dirt cheap that I don't think it makes a difference.
I prefer the larger size, but things like my drone that's down here, I won't bother. Oh,
Yes.
I have another drone. But usually they're small and they have a little
Yeah.
pushy cart. You don't want to put a big SD thing in the drone because
No.
it adds weight. So anyway,
Nice.
there you go.
Well, my pick of the week this week, this is something that I was thinking about getting for a long time. Now, you might be aware of the fact that I'm a fan of the iPhone.
This is news to me. Go on.
Yes. And there are various cameras on the iPhone. This iPhone 16 has 3 rear cameras and a selfie camera.
Yeah.
Now, you might also be aware that I have started making more and more videos that involve my face.
Yes, and you need the wide angle to get that mustache in there.
Yes. The PDX Fast Foodie and everything else. Well, the problem is to use the selfie camera so you can kind of preview and see, what's going on and see how you're framed in the picture. That camera is not great. The ones on the back are great.
They're better.
So
They definitely are better.
the problem is if you're holding it like this, you kind of have to guess, oh, am I in frame? I have no idea. Well, have I got the tool for you?
Wow, what is this going to be? I'm so excited.
Yes, this is the King Ma 1080p iPhone mini monitors sync rear camera selfie screen for iPhone vlog selfie monitor screen with magnetic clip and Bluetooth remote for vlog stream, TikTok not supporting 4K recording, which I will say I have done 4K recording and it will do it. So I have this
What?
on a
Okay, hold on.
tripod.
Okay, yeah, go on. Is there a link for this thing? But that's
Oh,
okay.
I will get you one, but I will demonstrate first. So I've got
Yeah.
my phone in this thing, and here's this thing with some text on it. Now, if I go to in my AirPlay and select this device, I now have and go out of the control center. It will now show what is showing on my camera on this little screen. So what I can take it off the tripod. It is a screen for your phone.
It's a phone for your phone.
It's a phone
Your
for
phone
your
has
phone.
a phone.
So all it does is mirror the screen. And I was seeing these all over on TikTok,
What
the
in the
TikTok
world?
shop. A million people have done videos. The nice thing is it comes with this magnetic tripod mount where you can just put it there. But you can also, if you set it up on a tripod, then you can just carry this around with you and see exactly what the camera's going to see and make sure you're in frame.
Now, there's a part of me that loves this, and there's another part of me that's just like, mirrors exist.
Yes. Yes, mirrors exist, but you're not going to know the exact framing, which I would say
Yeah.
you can figure it out. You get to know. I know Wes does a lot of videos using the rear cameras, and he knows exactly where to hold it
Yeah,
and get
or
it
where
in
you could
there.
crop it. But here's another thing I think people have done in the past is that they've put a little mirror
Yes.
on their
Yes.
thing on their case, which is parallel to the camera. So you're going to get a
Yes.
pretty good idea of what's on there. So
Yes. But yet with this, you can also make sure that it is recording, that it is, in the right video mode. You can see everything you want to see right on that screen. So it's like you're looking
I
at
mean,
phone, but
it's
you can use the back of your camera. And
again,
it's currently looking at my desk.
it's freaking cool. But
Yes.
I buy the big phone with the big screen, and now I would be buying a small screen for my big phone. This seems wrong. Now, what's the price of this little dude?
Well, currently, I did put a link in the show notes. The regular price is $60, but they have a $12 coupon, and I think I paid about $45 for it. They do have a cheaper model where it has to be wired in. I went for the Wi-Fi model, um,
I'm not getting
but
the link. Oh, there it is. Geesh,
there it
it
is.
only took 5 hours.
And you'll see the product photo is some guy contemplating life at the beach, and he's got his phone set up on or the fourth image down. Um, but
He's
you could
like,
have it set up, and he's trying to get a video of him looking at the selfie screen, which doesn't seem like something you
well,
would want to do.
now
But
can you interact with the phone remotely? Like, what if you wanted to start and stop the recording?
no, it does not. It's not a touchscreen or anything, but it did come with my 25th Bluetooth remote that
Oh,
I
I
have
see.
that
Like in
comes
this
with every
picture.
product. Yeah. So you can start and stop the recording with that. What I typically do when I'm making my videos is I just hit record, get it set up, and then get into frame, and then just edit the video down. But yeah, you can use a Bluetooth remote. It would be nice if this had like some controls on it, like the Bluetooth remote built into it, since it's already connected to your device. But
It looks like
yes,
they have another model that plugs directly into the phone
yes.
if you don't
And you
want to.
can do that with mine, and I will confirm it does have USB-C, because I would be very hesitant to buy any product without USB-C
I
in
agree.
2024.
Just don't do it. Friends don't let
Yes.
their friends buy USB micro or mini
No, or even lightning.
or even
Move away
lightning.
from lightning, people. But yes, so if you want either of our picks, you can find them over at notpicks.com. And Black Friday this week, or Black Month, Black November.
Black
Go check out stuff. If
second
you're
half
doing
of
your
the year.
Christmas shopping, notpicks.com is a great place to find gifts that might be a little bit off the beaten path
Yes.
from your typical lists of gift ideas.
And I see here you have the Casa HomeKit outdoor smart plug. And
Yes.
even though it would have been cheap, and so I'm not going to do it, I did purchase the.
Did you get the Matter version?
I got the Matter version, which was a
Nice.
few dollars more. So this was $20, I believe,
Yeah.
the Casa thing. And I have it set up, but I do not have it installed in its
We have been
location.
using it for we're calling them Thanksgiving lights now, our fall outdoor lights. And it has been very nice, especially on these cold and wet evenings, not to have to go outside late at night to turn off the lights. But yeah, I will try to put a link to the Matter version on there too, and maybe recommend that over the one that I got, just because you.
Is anyone out there? You broke up a little bit there, Nate, for some reason. So check your CPU. But while you're looking into that, if anybody is out there who really is into Wise, that's cameras and accessories, we've really talked about them over the years. I'm going to replace all my Wise products, and that's what this Casa HomeKit thing is doing. I have a Wise one just like this that works with Alexa, but I'm switching to HomeKit, so I'm replacing it. So if people are out there who want a bunch of Wise related stuff, let me know. Or
Yeah.
really into Alexa, because they work with Alexa.
Yes, yes. Get some. We are going to have, like, hey, Grandma said, I think last week, we are going to have to do a not nerd garage sale come spring time. First sunny day, we're going to do a
for
Not Nerd
locals?
garage sale for logo. Well, they can travel here.
Okay,
Elliot,
but we're
come
not
on
going to
up from
ship stuff.
Australia.
We're not going to ship anything. Is what you're.
Yeah, if the price is right,
Well,
I
true.
will ship stuff. But I do want to thank everybody for going through those Not Picks links, especially our Amazon affiliate program, which gives us our Ramazon purchase of the week, which this week is the I didn't even know this existed. Calculated Industries 4065 Construction Master Pro Advanced Construction Math Feet Inch Fraction Calculator for contractors, estimators, builders, framers, remodelers, renovators, and carpenters.
Wow, carpenters too?
This has 4.8 stars on 4,494 ratings.
Wow.
Full on carpenter's calculator. So you might go, I have a calculator, but this has riser limits. It has length, width, height, feet, inches, yards. I mean, pitch, rise, run, hip V. It's got hip V. It's got jack on it. It's got a jack button. Does your calculator have a jack button?
What am
My
I?
iPhone calculator does not have a jack button
I
on it.
don't know what any of those things mean except for length, width, and height.
Yeah, because you're not a contractor, estimator, builder, framer, remodeler, renovator, or carpenter.
It's got
So
a stare button.
it was voted #1 quality.
Oh, it was. Builder's Instruments category from Builder
Yeah.
Magazine. Man, look, this is the one to get. And what was the
Yeah.
price? I don't want to go back. I got to keep watching this video.
$43.99. This bad boy
Nice.
runs you. But if you're in the
Hold
industry,
on a second. Go back. Go back. Was that calculator even on the desk? It looks like it was comped in.
yeah,
Hold on a second. Let's go. Let's watch
I
this
see
video.
a little green screen action there.
Well, that is, but did it not go back? I didn't go back far enough. Watch this guy. It's on the table, but it's not
He's not even using
on
it.
it's not really there.
Oh,
It was
that's awesome.
it was photoshopped in.
And it is in a nice construction yellow. They do have another version, the Espanol version, which is more expensive at $55.39. But then you could use your Translate app on your phone to translate to
could.
English. But whoever bought this, please let us know. That is an amazing product. I had no clue existed, but they found one on Amazon, used our affiliate link, and
That's amazing.
there we go. We get to talk about it on the show.
That's great.
Just,
Man, I wish I knew more about this stuff. I
yeah.
don't know I know what run is, but I don't think related to construction. I don't know.
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Nice work on that one. Oh, and the calculator white. What? Oh, you have two. You can get the big dog and the white
Oh,
one that's
calculator and calculator white.
which is not as,
Not as
robust.
fully featured.
Wow,
The
that's
home
pretty
project calc.
Yeah, that's just for like in your drawer, in your junk
Yes.
drawer, not on the job.
Yes. And hey, grandma says, I might consider becoming a contractor just to get the calculator.
Hey,
I would agree.
you can just buy the calculator. I mean, these are aspirational tools.
Yes.
A lot of people buy a $2,000 laptop and pay $100 a month for Photoshop.
Yeah.
And all they do is take family photos.
Yes.
It's an aspirational purchase. So you can certainly do this.
Yes. Your next career for Hey Grandma there. Not Nerd Contracting. We'll let you use the name. Well, with that, I do want to say happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful to all of you, especially the ones that show up on the live show, but that watch later, that listen in your podcast app, that comment, that follow us on social media.
Hey, Nate.
We want to hear from you more. Yeah.
Well, so I put this up earlier. Our little, geez. Where is it? There it is. I need a button.
Oh, look at us with the bottom thirds.
Yeah, I put that up earlier. You didn't notice it, but I need to add to this that I couldn't get Davey B on Blue Sky, so it's just my last name, BAEHLER.BLSKY.com.
Social.io.ai. Yeah.
PDX.fast.foodie, something, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. So follow us other places. But yeah, good luck with the Black Friday shopping. Please let us know down in the comments what you get. Make sure you like the video. If everybody that watches, just click that like button. That's all you have to do. Make sure you're subscribed, ring the bell, all those fun things.
If everybody who watched the show clicked the like button, we'd have 10 likes.
Yes. Oh, and Wes coming in the
Coming in
last
hot.
minute. Arg. And Hey Grandma says, I'm thankful to you guys for providing me with a little bit of sunshine every Tuesday night.
Even on a
Oh,
cold, rainy
geez.
winter evening, we provide a little sunshine to Hey Grandma.
If
And
we stick
Wes,
around much longer, I'm going to get emotional.
hey
And
Wes, just to let you know, thanks for hitting the like button, but you can also go back and watch it
yeah,
a few minutes after we're done here.
watch it, listen it, all that good stuff.
Listen it.
Listen it. Listen it. Well, enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend, your Black Friday shopping. Tech better.